Cougars with 8 to shoot out of that timeout. This is Spinelli. Zaxby Sutherland also on the floor as well. Spinelli absorbs all kinds of contact with the left on the other side. Gabe Spinelli, a magician here. In fact, he is now 10th all-time on the career assist board for Wagner. The steal. Oh, Crawford to the lane.
Oh!
Crawford! Count it and a foul. Noble Crawford on senior day has turned up the heat here at the Jones Convocation Center. Under 4 to play. Spinelli. Cox out to set the screen. Spinelli picks up the dribble. Cox for 3. Bang! Again, a wonderful good afternoon to you from a fantastic venue known as the Jones Convocation Center. Alongside Brandon Combs, my name is Emil Williams Jr. Pleasure to be here with you, certainly on senior day, and a Chicago State Cougar squad, Brandon, that arguably may have played their best game of the season, unfortunately in a losing effort 81-75 a couple of days ago against the top team in the NEC, Central Connecticut State. But Dallas Cox, 20 points, 10 rebounds, all career highs. Noble Crawford was good. Jalen Forrest did his thing as well. The nucleus for the Chicago State Cougars certainly continues to build, and they are still within striking distance for a spot in the NEC Conference Tournament. 34-21. Brandon Combs, I mean, literally, this is exactly what we just talked about happening. Hot shooting from the Cougars to start, and not necessarily poor shooting for Wagner, but really just Chicago State to get some momentum to get back in the game, and they've knocked down 3 triples here.
Yeah, you know, they've really picked up the aggression down low. They've really started to put bodies on bodies, and Wagner forcing them in uncomfortable positions. And, of course, Crawford here with the heat check. Crawford's starting to really pick it up, and if you can start knocking those down, even from the outside, because it's been tough. Wagner's defense, their zone defense has been tough on them getting the ball down low. It looks like they really focused on shutting the ball down inside the paint. So now you're going to have to find those things that we were talking about you couldn't find in the first half and shoot the ball a little bit better.
C.J. Delancey opened scoring here in the second half for Chicago State with a triple. Crawford again has gone back-to-back. Get some defensive opportunities. Zaire Williams did go to the line and hit 1 of 2, but this is exactly what the Cougars would need, and certainly what the Dogs are ordered here. They trail now by 13 and have given themselves a good opportunity here. Let's see if Crawford can continue, but I like the way the first possession went. Spinelli facilitates, absorbs the defense, draws the defense, finds Delancey, quick confidence, no doubt about the shot, and makes it, and all of a sudden, Chicago State's kind of off and running here.
Yeah, you want to have that supreme confidence, especially when you're trying to take a shot from beyond the arc. You don't want to have that little bit of hesitation, because that little bit of hesitation can cost you. And what you're seeing right now from the Cougars is the belief that they're good enough to crawl back into this game, and the belief in their shots, and the belief in their defense, and getting physical with Wagner. It seems to be something that Wagner struggles with a little bit. So keep doing it, but stay within yourself. You can't keep drawing these fouls.
That's a full court pressure here by Chicago State. Coach Spinelli dialing it up. Esquera nearly had it poked away from behind by Forrest. Into the game for Wagner, R.J. Green, who was phenomenal in the first half, had 11 points, a game high. Still perfect from the field. He is 5 of 5 and out to the hands of the leading scorer for the Seahawks, Zaire Williams. Out of Green, working against Crawford. The kick, Esquera, he knocked down the game's opening 3. And boy, that one was a tough break for Chicago State. And now Sunderland wants a travel. Instead, it's a foul on Zaxby, and that's going to be number 4 they call it on Noble Crawford. That's his 3rd.
It looked like he fell over his own player there. I'm not quite sure what that call might be. Maybe a little bit of a forearm from Crawford, maybe. Or Sunderland. I'm not really sure what happened on the play. It just kind of looked like Wagner trying to draw a foul, weren't getting it, and tripped over one another. Instead, they get the call.
The foul was called on Noble Crawford. That's his 3rd. Again, this foul situation is something to keep an eye on here with 17:20 to play in the first half. 4 team fouls for Chicago State, none for Wagner. Oh, the reverse. Oh. Zaire Williams.
Zaire Williams did it right there. That was a nice reverse, underhand layup. Good hang time.
36-21. Cougars get it across the timeline. Matthew Robinson back on the floor. In place of Zaxby Sunderland. Spinelli to the rack with a little bit of English.
Nice drive there from Spinelli. Looked like Delancey wanted the ball down low. Instead, Spinelli drives it to his right and takes that ball right in.
Spinelli and Esquera, this is a good matchup here. Esquera, you talk about a good floor general. League leaders in assists. In fact, he is now 10th all-time on the career assist board for Wagner. The steal, Crawford to the lane. Crawford! Counted and a foul! Noble Crawford on senior day has turned up the heat here at the Jones Convocation Center.
Noble Crawford doing his thing there. Unbelievable, end-to-end, coast-to-coast. Oh, my word, Noble.
You know he wanted to jam that, but he lost control briefly on the foul, of course, but able to control just enough to get it on the right side of the board and lay it in as Zay Blake will check in, RJ Green will check out, and all of a sudden, folks, just like that, the lead is back to single digits. Check that.
Crawford finishes off the three-point play there. I wasn't going to check your math there.
No, it's okay.
I was going to let you got it, though.
It's okay to check. Every now and then it's okay to be checked. The excitement level of what once was a 20-plus situation, flirting with being single digits here, but it is a 10-point contest. As you mentioned, Brandon, as Crawford converts on the old-fashioned three-point play. 16:05 to go here first half. Fitch double team. Good deep by Spinelli. Got to get it out of his hands. He finds Esquera driving on the baseline. Falls forward. Gets it out of his hands, though. Blake to Williams. Contested three and knocks it down.
Good job by Chicago State on defense there. Just really good ball movement by Wagner, opening some shots up for him.
39-26. And Wagner's got one of those dudes, right, where you just need a bucket. You look at Zaire Williams. They got a few of those guys, actually. But Zaire Williams, a calming three to quiet the home crowd. Robinson from way downtown. Kaboom!
Gotta like that right there from Robinson. Gotta love that shot take right there from well beyond the arc.
NBA range, and the lead is back to 10 for Wagner. If you're just joining us, Chicago State trailed 33-12 at the break. They struggled scoring, of course, mightily in the first half. They have come out on fire and the aggressor here. They trailed by 10 with 15-12 to play in the first half. You're watching on NEC Front Row.